Hello everyone and welcome to another readathon for October. This one I found on X, which was formerly Twitter. And this is readathon number, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one is called Spooktober. You sign up, it is point-based, and you have the option to pick from 3 different teams. One team is Team Killer, which the focus of Team Killer is to read thrillers. The focus of, and then there's Team Zombie, and the focus of Team Zombie is to read horror. And each team has 2 team books that you can pick from. You can read both or you can read one or the other. And then the third team, and this is the one that I have signed up to be on, is Team Ghost. And the emphasis for Team Ghost is to read mysteries. And I'm going with a bunch of cozy mysteries. Now, 2 of these are on my October Catwalk TBR. So 2 of these I am already planning to get to. And then there are 3 more that I've picked. One is pending and to be picked, and then there's the team books. So I'll do the team books last. I don't know which one I'm going to get to. Okay, so prompt number 1 is a poll pick. So as of filming this, and today is the 9th, I do have a poll on Instagram. This poll will be done by the time you have seen this video. I will have already seen the results. So I did 3 options for people to pick from. The options are Dyed in the Wool by Peggy Ehrhart, By Book or by Crook by Ava Gates, and then the third option is The Pomeranian Always Barks Twice by Alex Erickson. So by the time you see this, I will know which one won the poll, and then I'll pull that one from my bookcase in my room and put it in my office for my October stack. So I can't tell you which one won yet. Now, let's go ahead and move on to prompt number 2, which is blood marks or broken object on the cover. So either there's something broken on the cover or it's going to have some kind of blood spatter, a blood streak, whatever. I'm going with something broken on the cover, and I'm going with Hearse and Buggy. And this was written by Bradford. This is book number 1 in the An Amish Mystery series. It says, Claire Weatherly has fled a high-stress lifestyle for a slower pace in Amish country, Heavenly, Pennsylvania. She only planned a short visit, but instead found herself opening an Amish specialty shop, Heavenly Treasures, and settling in. Claire loves her new home, and she's slowly making friends among the locals, including Esther, a young Amish woman who works in the shop. So when the store's former owner, the unlikable Walter Snow, is murdered, and the man Esther is sweet on becomes a suspect, Claire can't help but get involved. Newly returned Detective Jacob Fisher, who left Heavenly and his Amish upbringing as a teenager, is on the case. But his investigation is stalled by the fact that none of his former community will speak with him. Claire's connections make her the perfect go-between. As Claire investigates, she uncovers more than she wanted to know about her neighbors, and suddenly everything she had hoped to find in this peaceful refuge is at risk. Okay. Prompt number 2 is to read a book that, or prompt number 3, excuse me, is to read a book that has one POV or one point of view. And that tends to be the case with cozy mysteries. So for this one, I'm going to go with Tailing a Taby, and this was written by Laurie Cass. This is book number 2 in Lending a Paw series, and most cozy mysteries you can read in any order, so I am fine reading the synopsis to you. It says, the bookmobile is making its usual rounds when Minnie and Eddie are flagged down by a woman in distress. The woman's husband, a famous artist, needs emergency medical care. After getting him into the bookmobile, Minnie races the man to the hospital in time, but his bad luck has only just begun. After disappearing from the hospital, the artist is discovered slumped over the body of a murdered woman. Minnie knows that her new friend didn't commit the crime, but the evidence paints an unflattering picture. Now this librarian and her furry friend have to put the investigation in high gear and catch the real killer before someone else checks out. So, tailing a Taby. Okay. Prompt number 4 is to read a locked room or a closed circle of suspects. So I figure small town, you're going to have, it's going to be more isolated. Your suspect pool is very limited. So I'm still going with the cozy mystery on this one. That's how I'm going to make it work. It's not like it's in a big city of New York where you have, or LA, where you have this huge pool of suspects. So a small town, and that's what I'm going with. And this cozy mystery is called Witch Hunt by Cate, Conte, and this, it just says it's first in a spellbinding new series. So there you go. So that's the cover. It says, Violet Mooney owns the Full Moon Crystal Shop in quaint North Harbor, Connecticut. Still grieving her beloved grandmother's recent unexpected death, she takes comfort in her fat orange cat Monty and her work. Not everyone in town is thrilled with her business, however. When disagreeable town councilwoman Carla Fernandez picks a fight over Violet's voodoo shop, the two have a very public confrontation. Of course, when Carla turns up dead, Violet gets little sympathy from the police as suspect number 1. But the shock of 2 policemen showing up at her door pales in comparison to the sudden appearance of her estranged mother Fiona and a surprise sister Zoe. What Fiona reveals will rock her world and her sense of self, and reawaken her long dormant mysterious power. Good thing she's gonna need it. So, I've never read a cozy mystery that takes place in a large town, so I'm expecting that to be more small town. Prompt number 5 is to read a mystery book that was published before 2020. This particular one that I'm going to show you was published in 2017, so a couple of years prior to 2020. And this one I'm going with is number 2 in a series, and that is Death in Dark Blue. This is on my, Hearse and Buggy, the first one that I showed you, is on my October Catwalk TBR, as is this one. So Death in Dark Blue, this was written by Julia Buckley. It's book number 2 in A Writer's Apprentice Mystery. It says, things are beginning to go right for Lena. She's got a new job assisting suspense novelist and friend Camilla Graham. She lives rent-free in Camilla's beautiful Gothic house. She even has a handsome new boyfriend, Sam West. After being under attack by the media and his neighbors, Sam has recently been cleared of suspicion for murder. Journalists and townsfolk alike are remorseful, and one blogger would even like to apologize to him in person. But when she's found dead behind Sam's house, Lena must dodge paparazzi as she unravels the many mysteries that threaten to darken the skies of her little town and her newfound love with Sam. And the last prompt to fulfill is to read any mystery. So for this one, I'm going with Town in a Blueberry Jam. And this is first in a series. What's the series called? I don't know. Let's see if it's on the inside. It says there's recipes. A Candy Holiday Mystery? Is that what it is? I'm guessing. I'm not... Okay, so the mystery is called, I'm looking at the books that are published. It's got it right here, and it says these are Berkeley Prime Crime title. Oh, Berkeley, that's the publisher. So I think it's A Candy Holiday Murder Mystery. Anyway, by B.B. Haywood. This says, in the quaint seaside village of Cape Wellington, Maine, Candy Holiday has a mostly idyllic life, tending to the Blueberry Acres farm she runs with her father and occasionally stepping in to solve a murder or two. Candy is just as shocked as the rest of the locals when 2 murders occur back to back. First, an aging playboy takes a midnight nosedive off a seaside cliff. Then, gossip columnist and recently crowned town blueberry queen Sapphire Vine stops the business end of a hammer with her head, right in her own home. When her friend, a local handyman, is accused of murder, Candy investigates to clear his name. So that makes sense. The candy holiday. So that's, okay. That makes sense. Because that's her name. That's the character's name. Okay. Let's see. When the gossip columnist moonlighting... Oh, was the gossip columnist moonlighting as a blackmailer? Was the playboy playing around with the wrong person? But as Candy sorts through the town's juicy secrets, things start to get very sticky indeed. I love the synopsis of Cozy Mysteries. Okay. Now, these next two books, I do need to pull the synopsis up on my phone. So, okay, so as I said earlier in this video, there are 2 team books to read, and you can pick one, or you can do both, doesn't matter. So the first selection for the team book, so again, this is for Team Ghost, is The Neighbor's Secret. This is written by Alison Heller, and the synopsis says... let's see, where does the synopsis? It's talking about how witty this is. It explores the ultimate sacrifice of parenting in The Neighbor's Secret, a propulsive and juicy novel filled with gripping twists and instantly recognizable characters. How well do you know your neighbors? With its sprawling yards, here we go. Okay. With its sprawling yards and excellent schools, Cottonwood Estates is the perfect place to raise children. The Cottonwood Book Club serves as the subdivision's eyes and ears, meeting once a month for discussion, gossip, and cocktails. If their selections trend toward twisty thrillers and salacious murder mysteries, it's only because the members feel secure that such evil has no place in their own cul-de-sacs. Or does it? What happened to Lena's family 15 years ago was a tragic accident, and she will never admit otherwise. Devoted wife and mother Annie refuses to acknowledge, even to herself, the weight of a past shame. And new resident Jen wants friends, but as always, worry about her troubled son gets in the way. When late-night acts of vandalism target the women of the book club in increasingly violent and personal ways, they will be forced to decide how far to go to keep their secrets. At least they all agree on what's most important, protecting their children at any cost, even if it means someone has to die. Okay, so the second team book option to select is How We Fall Apart, written by Cate Zhao. This is book number 1 in the How We Fall Apart series. The synopsis says, Nancy Lou is shocked when her former best friend, Jamie Ron, top-ranked junior at Sinclair Prep, goes missing and then is found dead. Nancy is even more shocked when word starts to spread that she and her friends, Crystal, Akil, and Alexander, are the prime suspects. Thanks to the Protector, someone anonymously incriminating them via the school's social media app. They all used to be Jamie's closest friends, and she knew each of their deepest, darkest secrets. Now, somehow, the Protector knows them too. The 4 must uncover the true killer before the Protector exposes more than they can bear and costs them more than they can afford, like Nancy's full scholarship. Soon, Nancy suspects that her friends may be keeping secrets from her too. Students at an elite prep school are forced to confront their secrets when their best friend turns up dead. Sounds good. So I think between the two, if I'm able to read one of the team books, the one that's going to be my preference to pick is The Neighbor's Secret by Alison Heller. For me, that one is more intriguing than the other one. They both sound really good, and I definitely would love to read both of them, but if I can only do one, if I have time permitting to do just the one, it will definitely be The Neighbor's Secret. So that is it. Let me know, have you read any of these books? Are you participating in this particular readathon? So I did find this on X, again, formerly Twitter. So for Spooktober, are you participating, and what team did you select to be on? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.